The man cooks. The man cooks, y'all. Point me to the brothers who cook. Point me to the brothers who cook. Where are the brothers who chef it up? Chef it up. A praying man? A praying man? A praying man who also cooks? As a black woman, I don't know, like I feel like you always are getting thrown with so much messaging around your standards are too high. Oh, y'all don't have many pickings, so just take what you get. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Miss Amarachi. Welcome back to my channel. Before we get started, if you are new here, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And tune in every single, I don't know how often I'm doing these, but just tune in for the next episode. And make sure you watch the last episode and the last one, and the last video, and the last video, and the last video. As y'all can see in the title, and if y'all watched my last Love is Blind review, y'all know what I'm here for. I'm here to talk about that Love is Blind DC that dropped yesterday, last night, 12 midnight, or this morning. And the first 6 episodes dropped, so you know I'm going to come with these reviews. Now, I decided that I'm going to review 3 at a time, but I'm going to piecemeal it, right? Because I'm going to forget the real gist and the real juice of each episode if I just wait for the 3 episodes in review or wait for 6 episode review now. So I'm going to do each one, like I'm going to do episode 1, episode 2, episode 3 in one video. Then I'm going to do episodes 4, 5, and 6 in one video, but I'm gonna shoot them differently. Like I don't know if I can explain what I'm saying, but I'm gonna shoot the first episode for video. I'm gonna shoot the first video for episode 1. Then I'm gonna come back and do video 2. Then I'm gonna come back and do video 3 as I watch. So I've only watched episode 1. That's why it's good context, because I've only watched episode 1. So if I say something in episode 1, but then you see me say something else in the second part of the video and or the third part, it's because I'm watching them as I go. Cool, cool. All right, bet. So without further ado, we're going to really get into it. Now, I got my notebook. I've been taking notes. Y'all, I didn't come to play. I didn't come to play, y'all. I didn't come to play. I got notes for days. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the couples that aren't really couples, but they're couples for real. And, you know, I'm going to talk about each one. But first, let me give an my overarching experience watching the first episode. I like the fact that Netflix is asking people more questions. A lot of people were answering a lot of questions from Nick and Vanessa, who irritate my soul. But a lot of people was answering the questions, and you saw a lot of people. The women, I said this in the last video. The women look good, okay? They look good as shit. They look good as shit. Ashley, fine as fuck. Ashley, fine. She is. And y'all, I don't even, you know what I'm saying? I don't dibble in that lifestyle, but she a baddie. Like, she bad. Like, Ashley bad. Ashley A is fine. Like, she bad. Tyler, fine as shit. And I know it's Love is Blind, but y'all, I'm not blind. They might be blind, but I'm not. Tyler look good as shit. Hannah, pretty girl. She's so pretty. She's so cute. It's other women too, but them 3, they stuck out. Like, they stuck out a lot. Other quick observations. Yenny, right? That's her name, right? Yenny, yeah. She talk a lot. She remind me of the girl, I forgot her name, but she married Milton from Love is Blind. Like, I think she was season 5 or 4 or 5. The girl that married Milton, that's what she gives. She talks too much. Like, Yenny, like, chill out. Like, she doing too much already. So she was already throwing me from the first episode. So those were just like my initial thoughts. Now, let me get into the actual couples. Ashley A and Tyler, they my favorite couple. Is it because they black? I mean, no racism, but I be rooting for the black people. I do. Now, I don't know if Tyler is full. I know Tyler's not fully black because he said his mom was from Serbia, I think. You know? So yeah, but based on the way he, you know, looks, I feel like he is black, and or half black, and or his daddy black. And Ashley A, I know I said this in my last video that she from PG, definitely from PG. She definitely from the DMV. But Tyler and Ashley are both from the DMV. That being said, I love their connection already thus far. Tyler has already opened up. He's already crying. Ashley is consoling him. It's giving like you know, motherly. The man cooks. The man cooks, y'all. Point me to the brothers who cook. Point me to the brothers who cook. Where are the brothers who chef it up? Chef it up. Because these dudes don't be doing none of that. They don't be doing none of that. I remember I talked to this boy and he told me he don't know how to cook. I said, okay, what happens if when I'm pregnant, you know, I can't stand or I can't. He like, you got to figure it out. And you going to have to figure out my new number because now you're blocked. What? Point me to the man them that cook. Now, I'm somebody who, I could cook, I like to cook. But to find a man who likes to cook, I don't know. Like, it's just a different type of love. Like, you could feed my stomach too. Yeah. So I love that he said he could cook, she could cook. He like, I don't believe in that whole, you know, she just gonna be standing in the kitchen slaving after being at work all day. Correct. Correct. He said he's here to be a protector and a provider. Correct. That's what I'm talking about, Tyler. You saying all the right things. You better not be on no bullshit, bruh. Tyler and Ashley, I like them. Ashley A, she look like my therapist. She do. She does not look like, but she resembles my therapist. And she resembles my current boss. I don't know. They all look the same. I'm like, that was a little scary. But yeah, I hope Tyler don't disappoint me because this is what I'm liking so far. But based on the previews, I don't know. This might break my heart because I feel like I remember her crying and telling her parents, so you're telling me y'all don't like him. I think that was her. And if that was her, I'ma cry. Next, Nick D. I like Nick D. He is a boy. He is a boy, but he seems like he be with the niggas. He do. He seems like he from the DMV too. I don't know. He just got that sauce. He got that swag. He got that white boy swag. That's like, you know, that DMV white boy swag. Like, yeah, you know, even though, now he wasn't the one that said he's only dated white girls, but he just seemed like he got that like that, you know what I'm saying? But he's a player. Don't get that twisted. That boy is a player, and he playing, but I don't think he playing Hannah, and that's why I like them together. I think that I'm gonna get to, I think his name is Joe. What's the art dealer name? What's the art dealer name? What's the art dealer name? Leo. I said Joe. I think that Leo actually would play Hannah more than Nick. They think Nick is playing Hannah. I think that Nick is a charmer. He's a sweet talker. He know how to use his words. But I don't think that he would play in Hannah's face. I don't think that, and again, this is Love is Blind, but we have proven time and time again, love is blind, but love can't be blind forever, right? You gotta have some sort, oh my bad, y'all. If y'all hear some snoring, it's because my mom in the back sleep. Anyway, love can be blind for the initial phase, but love can't be blind forever. And yes, we're going to be 80 one day, and we're going to be ugly, but I ain't going to be no ugly 80-year-old. And I don't want to marry no man that I think going to be an ugly 80-year-old. I mean, call it superficial, but I'm just being honest. That being said, I don't think Leo would be attracted to Hannah. I think he would be attracted to Brittany. I think he'll be attracted to Brittany. And I'm going to get to them because they're a match made in heaven for all the wrong reasons, even though they don't want to admit it. But whatever. So I think Nick D and Hannah would look really good. Now, at the end of episode 1, Hannah did break it off with Nick. And then she overheard Brittany talking about Leo. So I'm praying to God that Hannah comes to her senses before Nick runs away and go back and get that man back. That being said, it's giving young high school love. It's giving young high school sweetheart love. Like, they both kind of, Hannah's the youngest one there. Nick's still kind of immature a little bit. I think that they would work really good together. So I'm praying that, Brittany and Leo, match made in heaven. First of all, Brittany says she could seduce all the men in a pod. Clap if y'all think Brittany could seduce all the men in the pod. No shade. No shade. No shade. But it's not giving that, sis. It's not giving that. I'm sorry, it's not. You not that girl. Like, you think you that girl because of what you've attracted, but you not that girl. If anything, going back to my good sis Ashley could get any in the pod. If they got 2 eyes, Ashley could pull them all. Brittany, no shade, no shade. That being said, Leo, I know you started off with the you wanted to be off the, oh, I don't want nobody who want me for my money. You're lying. You lied to all of America, and I hope you know we all saw through that bull. Because you do want somebody who gonna look at you for your money. Because all you talk about is your money. How you gonna not want somebody that's gonna want you for your money, but all you talk about is your money? Rolex, I grew up wealthy, I never want for nothing. What? No. Number 2, as somebody who has dealt with big ballers, they don't want you to pay for nothing. They don't want you to pay for nothing. Nothing. It's not giving, 75%, 10%. Even talking to dudes who ain't have money. Man them usually don't want you to pay for nothing. Like real man them don't want you to pay for nothing. They giving you money, da-da-da. So for Leo to tell Brittany that he doesn't want to go 50-50, but he don't want to go 100-0. He want to go like 75-25, right? Because he don't want somebody that want him for his money, while simultaneously bringing up that he's rich, inherited all this money, and he inherited his parents' business after his family unfortunately passed, and he just had to inherit it. Like, those things don't make sense. Like, it's contradictory. Then number 2, you talking to a girl and you told her, oh, I don't want somebody who want me for my money, right? Then she asked you about the 50, Brittany asked him about the 50-50 question. He said, I'm not really for 50-50, but I'm not with spending everything for my girl. Brittany gonna say, okay, well, because in the past, my past relationships, I got taken care of 100%. And this man, it's like, phew, it went over his head. Phew, he didn't even catch that. He just kept talking and talking about, oh, I want somebody who is not going to leave me if all the money ran out. And she like, I would never do that. He said, oh, that's what I love. That's what I love. Y'all are a match made in heaven. Because you don't listen, and she also, something is off. Like, once again, you just heard this girl say, in my last relationships, the men have 100% taken care of me. If you heard that, if I as a man heard that, and in my mind, I didn't want to 100% take care of a woman, why then don't we continue this conversation? The conversation is over. Because if you're used to men taking care of you, and I'm telling you I don't want to take care of a woman 100%, how do those continents don't meet? That math is not mathing. It's mathing in a direction that we haven't learned yet. And so, vice versa too. Like, Brittany, if you have in your past relationship, you have been taken care of 100%, and this man is telling you he don't want to do that, he only want to take care of you 25%. Then on top of that, like, I also, one thing about me, I'm a great listener. I hear everything and I pick up on everything. You might not think I caught it, but I caught it. Nick said, Leo said something about, I want, it was like something, they was talking about like 50-50 versus 75-25. And basically, in that conversation, he had said something along the lines of, because the money that I make, it will be for my children, right? That kind of sticks out to me a little bit, because it's very I-centered, my centered, right? When I get married, I know that where God is taking me, right? My family, we gonna be good. We gonna be good, right? But where my issue comes is like, yes, your fortune, quote unquote, and what you've inherited, once we die, will go to our children. I don't like the idea or the rhetoric that, like, the money I make is for my children, and to hell with you. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, that's what it was giving. It was giving like, my grandparents and my daddy passed the money to me, and I'm giving it to my kids. I'm not giving it to no woman. No woman going to inherit what I got. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's not the type of rhetoric or mentality you should have when you're trying to get married to somebody. That's the type of rhetoric or mentality you have when you just, it's like, oh, whatever, like, I don't care type thing. So I think that Brittany and Leo are a match made in heaven, but I think that Brittany is going to run his pockets. She going to run his pockets. I literally wrote, Leo, You should not have said anything about your money, because as soon as Brittany heard that, she started planning how to use your money, baby. She started planning how to use your money to get that money. To get that, can y'all see that? Money. You see that money? She planned on getting y'all money. You're a stupid boy. But yeah, like I said, I also wrote down that he was giving boastful. Like, he was very boastful about his money. So it's not giving you don't want somebody with your that cares about your money, because you also been talking a lot about your money. Like, yeah. Next couple, Garrett and Taylor. I really like them. I like them. I like that they both into science. They look good together. They look like they will work well together. Also, they look like they communicate very well. Garrett did throw me off a little bit with that conversation about, like, you know, what she looked like, her being calculated. That I didn't like that. I do like that she seems like she took it well, but I didn't really like the way it kind of came off. Came off a little spicy. I understood what he was saying though, like, because she speaks very slowly. Like, for me, right, I speak 900 miles an hour, so like, you probably gonna get confused hearing me versus thinking I'm calculated, because I'm talking so fast sometimes I don't even be knowing what I be saying, and I'll be like, oh snap, I said that. But with Taylor, she's very slow and like thoughtful, and I think that's what it is. It's not that she's calculated. I think she's thoughtful in her thought processes and why and how she articulates herself. So I don't think it's calculated. So I didn't really like that comment, but I do like the fact that they did talk through it. They did seem to like understand where each other was coming from. And I love that she articulated that she didn't really want to share her mom's name, excuse me, because it's probably an ethnic name that would allude to where she was from or what she looks like, which is why, like, I don't know that I could go on a show like this and keep my name. I would probably, my middle name is Catherine. I would probably have to use my name Catherine, because soon as I say Amarachi, you gonna know I'm a nigga. You gonna know I'm African. You gonna know my family. If you know the Chi, you gonna know my family from Nigeria. You gonna know I'm black. I'm not white. Like, you're gonna know what I look like racially, ethnically. So I understand where she's coming from in terms of she wants somebody that's gonna love and care and cherish her and choose her based on her thoughts, her ideas, what she brings to the table, and not necessarily her race or ethnicity. So I understand why she ain't want to share her mama name, because it's probably like, it's probably easy to guess her race based on her mom's name. It might be like a ethnically specific or racially specific name. Versus like Catherine, shit, anybody can be named Catherine. Even Taylor, anybody can be named Taylor. Like Taylor, and then her last name is like Coates or something like that. Like, that's a regular name. You know what I'm saying? Her daddy name is Tom. Like, anybody can, any race can name their child Tom. But her mom may have, like, you know, I'm assuming that she's Asian. She appears Asian. So her mom may have like an Asian name. Or Asian heavy or Asian specific name that would automatically give away that she's Asian. So yeah, but I will say Gary was like, oh, I usually date white girls, but so like, you know, dating a non-white girl will be a new territory, but you know, I'm with it. Let me tell you something, Gary. I know you're probably thinking of the most opposite end of the spectrum, which is black women. Taylor is not black. Taylor is not black. She not giving black. She not, and that's no shade to Taylor, but Garrett, if that was your concern, because that's what it seemed like his concern was, because he kept stumbling over his words, like, I never dated, you know, a non-white person and a non-white woman, and, you know, it's just new territory for me. Baby, she not black, so you don't got to worry about that. And then last but not least, Tim. No, not Tim. I already talked about Tim. No, I didn't. Did I talk about Tim? Tim gives Q-Dog. Tim from D.C. Tim got to be from D.C. Northeast. He's giving Q-Dog. He said he was a dog. I said he a Q. I said, it's giving Q-Dog. I wrote that right there. Y'all see that? Q-Dog. And he like Alexandra. I like that. I like them. That short snippet we saw them, I like that. I really like Tim. I love all the ethnic couples. I love the ethnic couples. Last but not least, Hannah. Hannah not from the DMV is giving Connecticut, but she is giving homegirl. I like Hannah. I do. I think Hannah needs to find somebody else, because Leo ain't it. And Nick, he's, I don't know. I need to figure out Nick a little bit more. I like Nick and Hannah, but I'm not sold on it yet. I'm not sold on it yet. So Hannah may need to find one more contender. But yeah, those are my thoughts from episode 1. I'm about to give you my thoughts from episode 2 now. Okay, what's up, y'all? So I'm back with the review for episode 2, Love is Blind DC. Like I said last time, if you're new here, like, comment, share, subscribe. And yeah. I'm in a different background. Everybody got home from work, so I had to come to my room because there was too much going on downstairs and it was loud and I'm not doing that. But we about to just get straight into it. Like I did with the first episode, I'm going to give you some overarching themes and thoughts. Then I'm going to get into each couple that was kind of highlighted. First of all, I know in my initial video when I did the cast review, I said that the men wasn't giving. I'm going to take that back. The men are not as fine as the women, but the men are actually cute. Like, the men actually look good. Physically, they look good. And again, I know this is Love is Blind. Love is supposed to be blind, but they could be blind. I'm not. The men do look good. Like, I don't think their pictures really did them justice. And some of them actually look a lot different, like, you know, than what their pictures looked. So I will say the men are giving. Like, the women are still look better, but, and they're just giving me a little bit more, but the men are cute. Like, they do look handsome. So I will say that. And then my last overarching thing, I'm going to say at the end. Now, let's get into these couples. Episode 2. We started off with Monica and Steven. Are they... I think they were a new character introduced. But I don't remember if they were a new... I think they were a new couple introduced in the second episode. But if they weren't, my bad. But I will say I do like the fact that Steven is emotionally intelligent. He did talk a lot about the fact that he was very emotionally intelligent. Monica being older, she is the oldest woman in the pod. I think she also has a lot of emotional maturity that that Steven may, you know, work well with. Steven brought up the fact that he cheated, and cheating is on a spectrum. One thing I did want to talk about real quick, and y'all drop it in the comments if I'm crazy. I feel like because cheating in all senses has become normalized, people be trying to make excuses for it. People be trying to find, you know, Pandora's box of where they can go in and how they can get around saying that they cheated. Cheating is cheating, yes. Having sex with somebody may not be as bad as sliding their DMs and flirting with them. You still cheated. I don't understand why people be trying to make it this, oh, I didn't cheat that bad, but you cheated. When you're in a relationship, you're not supposed to cheat. That includes having sex. That includes kissing. That includes rubbing your body, touching up on people. That includes sliding in girls' DMs, because why are you doing that? The only time you should be sliding in somebody's DMs is if that's your home girl, if, you know, you're looking for an opportunity. Why are you sliding in a girl DM to flirt with her? You're cheating. You are in a committed relationship. There's nothing to sugarcoat. There's nothing to sprinkle. Oh, it's just a little bit. It's not that bad. It is that bad. And I feel like because, again, people have normalized cheating, it's like, oh, why? It wasn't that bad. At least I didn't have sex with them. I mean, sometimes one can argue that having sex is not even the worst type of cheating. The emotional cheating might be worse, because physical cheating, you might just need to, yeah, you know, itch your little scratch, or scratch your little itch. But with the emotional cheating, you all in. So I really like the fact that he was trying to downplay it, but she said she didn't care. So I can't fight for things that y'all don't want to fight for. Like, if she like it, I love it. You know what I'm saying? She was like, oh, cheating is not a black and white thing. It actually is. Either you did it or you didn't. It's either you did or you didn't, right? Very black and white. Amarachi, have you ever cheated in a relationship? No. See how black and white that was? I ain't say, well, you know, not really. I didn't say, oh, well, you know, I didn't cheat, but I did entertain. No. But once again, if she like it, I love it. Now, one thing I will also say, and y'all could disagree with me on this as well, but when I'm marrying a man, I'm also marrying into your family, right? And I'm thinking about not just my experiences or what my experiences could potentially be, but what my children and your parents' grandchildren experiences are going to potentially be. And being that I'm a black woman, right? So my children, no matter who I marry, are going to be black. So I have to make sure that not only is my husband okay and ready to raise black children if he is not black? I gotta make sure that your parents also ain't on no weird shit, because when Steven said his daddy voted for Trump, that was all I needed to hear. No shade, no disrespect. I don't care how you spin it, twist it, whatever. And if I lose people because of this, that's fine. It is what it is. But you can't explain to me how the lies, quote unquote, lies of Hillary trumped the truth of Trump. Especially when you think about what he was saying. This is the same man who was talking about grab her by the... That is called sexual assault. Groping, right? This is a person who literally hates immigrants. Meanwhile, his wife and baby mama is one. Like, I don't understand how you vote for a person, or you can be with a person who voted for a person whose literal campaign is the antithesis of my existence. Like, there's nothing you can explain to me about voting for Trump back then or now that would make sense to me and be like, oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, your dad voted for Trump because he's a Republican, and that don't matter. It don't matter. I identify as independent. I don't got no affiliation, because all them shits is dumb. But I'm gonna vote on November 4th for Kamala Harris, right? Because as much as y'all say, oh, she be lying, all this stuff, I cannot afford to allow Trump to enact his truths because I think Kamala is lying, right? Because once again, you don't know anything about anyone for 100% certainty, but I know that Kamala would not do the things that Trump is saying, right? Talking about banning abortions outright, kicking all the immigrants out, destroying the Department of Education. Like, y'all are talking about you voting for somebody just because you're a Republican. You're not even listening to what they're saying and how that could impact people. So I digress, but both Steven saying that his dad voted for Trump, that's a red flag to me. Because how am I supposed to feel like, if we have children of which are going to be black, how am I to feel comfortable leaving my children in the care of your parents if your parents believe that someone like that could run the country? What else do your parents believe, and how is that going to impact my children? Right? Then he did a double whammy because he said he voted for Trump too because he hated Hillary. So your hate for Hillary trumped your potential disdain, or you don't agree with all things that Trump says. So your hate for Hillary trumped the fact that Trump literally was talking about destroying groups of people, right? He essentially wanted us to go back to slavery, if we being frank. And that's somebody that I'm supposed to be raising children with, I'm supposed to love, I'm supposed to believe cares for my interests. And then, to add insult to injury, yeah? To add extra insult to injury, this man really sat on our TV. Let's say something. Like I said, I'm Nigerian, okay? That being said, I can tell when you're Nigerian. Like, it's not just your name. Now, you could just tell when somebody Nigerian. Like, even if they might be an American descendant of slaves, I can look at you and be like, I know you from West Africa. That man sat up here and said he thought he was Italian growing up. That's what his grandmama said. He did a DNA test, ancestry test, and found out he's Ghanaian, Nigerian, Senegalese, Congolese, all the lees. And y'all want me to believe that? That white man sat up on our TV screen and said, I'm not Italian. I'm Nigerian, Ghanaian, Congolese, and Senegalese. Clap if y'all believe him. And Monica really sat there and ate that shit up. She really sat there and ate that shit up, girl. Now, I know you can't see him, so yeah, but that man lied to you. He lied. He lied. You're not. And then on top of that, to say that he didn't have no ties to European countries, it was all West African. Next couple. Brittany and Leo. Talking about evil eyes and negative energy. God forbid. Then this boy gonna tell Brittany, oh, y'all are both my number one. Get the fuck out of my face, Leo. Like, get out my face. Like, you get out my face. Get out my face. And once again, like, I don't like to prejudge anything or anyone, but I feel like I think I said this earlier, but I don't think that Leo would be really want to go with Hillary. Like, I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh, excuse me, not Hillary, Hannah. Hannah, right? Oh, no. Yeah, Hannah. I don't think Leo would really want Hannah. And speaking of Hannah and Leo, that situation threw me off because Hannah, when you spend a block on Nick, let me tell you something. I'm a woman that I believe in spinning the block maybe once. Like, if you know you really messed up, like, you can apologize, and if the dude be like, okay, cool, right? It gotta be some low-level stuff, though, because sometimes these dudes, they be taking you back just to, like, spit in your face, because it's like, girl, you shouldn't have played with me, right? Because dudes is trifling. But Hannah knew she messed up, so you spin the block on Nick, right? Your man took you back. Then you going back to Leo, kicking your legs up. He don't want you, sis. Go over to Nick and figure that out. Because you're going to get your heart broke. You're going to get your heart broke. And honestly, will Nick break her heart? I don't know. I'm still on the fence on that. But I feel like you were less likely to get your heart broke from Nick than you will from Leo. Because Nick actually, he's outward about how he is. So he's a charmer, but that's because he's shown that. Leo is a snake in the grass, bruh. Because Nick really sat at the men's quarters and told them, oh yeah, I'm talking to da-da-da, boom, 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 boom. Whole time, Leo just looking at his face. When he the one that's also talking to Hannah. Like, you're a snake in the grass. You're not slick, Leo. You're not. I'm trying to breeze through all these other couples because this one couple specifically I want to talk about. And y'all already know, based on if you watch the first half of this, you're going to know who I want to talk about. Garrett and Taylor, they're literally one of my second favorites. They're so cute. I love how intentional Garrett is. I love an intentional man. He said, what's your favorite flower? Sunflowers. That man said, not only am I going to get you sunflowers, I'm going to take it back to the middle school days when we was hopscotching and the boys ran up to you after having scrapes and burns after playing basketball. And was like, oh, my brother want me to hand this note to you. And they hand a note to the girl. She's like, oh my God, will you be my girlfriend? Check yes or no. You check yes, or it's Valentine's Day. And they be like, will you be my Valentine? Check yes or no. Then they run back. One of them trip and fall. They go back, get a jump. They start hugging their brothers. Then they go back to playing basketball. And then you hold hands with a little boy. That's what he was giving. Like, it's so cute. I love intentional men. Like, then you gave her them flowers again in the pod. Like, we love an intentional man. We love a man who's communicative, which he was in the first episode. We love a woman who took that communication and took that feedback and changed it up. She wrote him a whole seminar, a whole soliloquy, adding in a little letter from her grandpa to the grandma. I love them. Did he propose? I loved it. That shit made me so happy. And I love the preview for this third episode. They opened that gate. She said, I pop out at your party. I'm with that gang. I said, now she's trying to put on her best look because she is insecure. Let's call it space. Taylor's very insecure. I think she's scared that Garrett's not going to like her, like what she looked like. Understandably so. And that's going to lead to my last point that I make. Not right now, but just hold on to that nugget. She was playing hard to get, but that's why she's single. That's why I'm single, because we do the same thing. We the same person. Playing hard to get, but that shit not cute. Stop doing that. I'm happy she stopped doing that and she finally leaned into what he had and what he wanted to talk about, or what he had going on. Bodan and Marissa, they didn't really give me much. That's a new character unlocked. Bodan does not look like his picture. He actually looks better than his picture does. And he don't look like an F-boy in the show. He looked like that in the picture. I think that's why I said he was going to be the villain. It's actually Leo. And I'm going to go back and see who I said it was going to be the villain. Because I think I did say Leo might be the villain. And I knew Brittany was going to be a villain, and I might be 2 for 2. But anyway, they wasn't really giving me much. The camel, like, giraffe story didn't really, it kind of confused me a little bit. I might gotta watch that back, but I mean, they was fine. Like, I ain't really, yeah. Ramses and Marissa, they also ain't really give me much. I feel like Ramses and Marissa are going to end up getting engaged just based off of the previews. I did see his one dread hanging in the previews of what's to come. And the trailer, I saw him in the, like, you know, further along. And I haven't seen him make no connection with nobody else. So I'm almost certain that him and Marissa going to work out. So we'll see how that goes. But they didn't really give me much, so I ain't really had nothing on them. Tim and Alexandra, love them. The black couples are eating this shit, okay? They actually are they are tied for my second couple as well. Tim and Alexandra. Tim is very articulate, very introspective. It's giving grown man and zaddy. Like, it's giving zaddy. Like, it's giving, like, protect the provider. Like, him talking about his sisters, though, I literally almost broke down. To lose one sibling is already too much. To lose both your siblings and you the only one left, I'm sorry, like, God forbid, like, I know that, of course, we're all gonna die one day, but, like, to lose my siblings, like, I don't even know that I ever could think of a world like that. Like, that's how close me and my siblings are, like, and no. We need to all be, my grandma lived to 101 years old. I pray that for all of us, because as soon as my grandma died, then her sister died 3 days later, then her brother died, and then, you know, that's fine. We can go out all together, but I could not lose my siblings. Like, and to hear how, like, that has shaped him, that has made him into the man that he's in. My mama said this when we was watching, I agree. Whatever woman, if he does pick Alexandra, he is going to cherish the shit out of her. Like, I don't know, like, it's just something about dudes that have a lot of sisters. They just be knowing. Like, not to say that dudes with a lot of brothers don't be knowing, but dudes that have a lot of sisters, and or the ones that be very close with their mama, but their mama not crazy, it just be a different type of love, and I just love that. Like, I just love their relationship, and I just hope that it works out. I think that they're going to be one of the couples that's going to be featured, just going to be engaged. Last but not least, my favorite couple, Tyler and Ashley. A praying man? A praying man? A praying man who also cooks? Father, can you hear me? I need your love today. I know that you are listening. These men, them ain't okay. Father, please hear me. I need a man like that today. Father, I need you to bring men down, okay. Baby, a praying man who cooks, it's like, it's giving too good to be true. It is. Like, again, I don't be, sometimes I really get, like, I understand when people be like, oh, you're too good to be true, you're too good to be true, because I've gotten that about myself. But, or like, you're too good of a woman, like, I don't want to mess you up. I've heard that a lot. But Tyler's giving too good to be true. You cook, you clean, you wash dishes, you wash clothes, you take care of your woman, you a protective provider. It's giving fuck 50-50. You get 100 of what I have, and you could keep 100 of what you want. And I don't need your money. I just want your love. And he's a praying man who said, I want to pray over you. That is all a woman wants. And honestly, I'm so happy for Ashley, because as a black woman, it's so hard in these dating streets. I'm trying to tell y'all. As anybody, these streets are treacherous. But as a black woman, I don't know. Like, I feel like you always are getting thrown with so much messaging around. Your standards are too high. What do you expect? Why would you expect a man that doesn't have kids? You got to deal with that. Oh, y'all don't have many pickings, so just take what you get. And it's so messed up, because, like, you hear it from so many different people, not just people in your community, outside your community. Everybody is telling you as a black woman, you need to accept whatever it is that's thrown to you. And so to now see a man who wants to pour into this girl, literally is telling her, you have my blanket, use them to wipe your tears, and think of me when you're holding the blanket as a hug from me. This is somebody who, and again, I don't know this man from nothing, but this is someone who articulates and has said multiple times, I'm here for you, I want to be here for you, I want to love you. Like, do you know how, I don't think y'all, if you're not a black woman, you may not even understand how comforting and beautiful that scene was for my spirit. To see my sister, who is also chocolate, let me add that in too, because that's another thing. My sister, who is chocolate, getting this love. Netflix. I know I cussed y'all out the first video, but y'all get a clap for me, cause this right here, yeah, that's a good man, Savannah. That's a good man, Savannah. That's a good man. Now, what I will end off saying is, which kind of stems from what I was saying about Garrett and Taylor being insecure because of how she looks. I think that the idea, and I see this a lot, which I've never agreed with, I don't believe that you can marry personally. I don't believe I can marry somebody who I'm not attracted to. It's just, I can't do it. Like, I understand that, like, marriage is more than attraction, right? Obviously. It's a lot of things that go into being married to somebody. But if I'm not physically attracted to you, how is this marriage going to flourish? You see what I'm saying? How am I going to want to build a family with you if I don't even want to be up on you? Again, some people might say it's superficial, it's whatever, and I'm fine with y'all thinking that because everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but I just, that math does not make sense to me, and so it makes sense why Taylor's so nervous about the physical, even though we're on a show called Love is Blind and you're supposed to be there for, you know, just the love, but that shit got thrown out the window after the first season. Love being blind, those continents don't meet. Yeah, y'all, that's what I got for the first 2 episodes. These videos finna be like 40 minutes. I'm sorry, y'all. I hope y'all watch through. If y'all don't, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? I know it's a long video. You can probably speed through it. But stay tuned, because I will be shooting the next 2 videos tomorrow. No, tonight. Tonight or tomorrow. But I'm going to be dropping them like the next day. So I may or may not drop this video today. I may drop it tomorrow. So whatever day I drop this video, I will post the next video the next day for the next 2 episodes, and then 2 episodes, and then 2 episodes, and 2 episodes, if that makes sense. And just drop. And I think the next 6 drop like in a week. So by then, the 6 episodes will have been reviewed. But as I said, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell me how y'all feeling. Are y'all agreeing with what I'm saying or not? Y'all like, girl, she tripping. Yeah. And make sure you tune in for the next episode coming soon. Peace and love, and be blessed.